Hello, everyone. Good morning. And this is welcome to 2025 and our phenomenal Take Control financial literacy program for 2025. Happy New Year, and let's get this party started. So, today we're going to set the tone for the rest of our weekly syncs on financial literacy and successful financial management because we want you to commit to taking control of your financial future. There is so much opportunity, there is so much information, there are so many ways for you to advance your financial footprint in 2025, and we want to give you the recipe for success to help you move forward. Again, I'm Dr. Rhonda Farrell. I am coming to you today as part of the Wealth Wave contingent, and especially how money works, both for men and women, minorities, veterans, and youth. And we are going to be studying some seminal concepts out of these books so that you understand how you can hit it out of the park financially in 2025. The first and foremost to be successfully financially is to commit to making a change in 2025. You have to decide, you have to commit that this will be your year. And then first and foremost, you need to assess, just like everything we talk about in the other realms that I work with, business leaders, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and many population groups on, is we need to assess. And in this case, we're assessing our current financial situation. Where are we? Where did we say we wanted to be at? What is actual versus expected? What is the delta? And then we're going to go into how to build the bridge between here and there. But the first thing is we have to find out what here is, and that's assessing our current financial situation. So oftentimes we think of it just what is in my various accounts, etc. But I want you to go beyond that for this 2025. I want you to not only take a snapshot of revenues versus expenses, actual monetary portfolio versus expected. But I also want to guide you to the place you are in your life. So are you in your 20s to 30s, 30s to 40s, 40s to 50s, 50s to 60s, 60s to 70s, and so on? And then I want you to plot 3 to 5 big rocks that you are wanting to actualize in your life. So some of it may be, I don't want to take on debt for education. Some of it may be, I want to buy, first, second, third, fourth homes. It might be for others, I want to travel extensively. For others, it may be, I want to start with regard to my gifting life cycle for my children and or my other familial elements and or for charitable elements, right? So you need to understand, what is my 3 to 5 big rocks looking forward. Others, it may be retirement. Others, it may be, I'm going to go live and work internationally, right? So all of these things, we're going to need a chunk of monetary or digital assets to be able to take that next step that we're envisioning. So we're combining our financial situation with our personal life strategy and the big rocks we want to hit. And then we're going to understand how far are we in each of those 3 to 5 big rock areas. Are we along the path of being able to actualize on that given our current financial situation? So assess current financial situation, 3 to 5 big rocks in the future, prioritize them, time bound them, i.e. you want to bring them to fruition in 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, next month, 10 years, 20 years, right? But I need you to assess current financial situation versus your expected. What's the gap? What's maybe one or two root causes that you can think of why there might be a gap. Looking forward, 3 to 5 big rocks, prioritize, and the time frame you're giving yourself to actualize on those. And the next thing is, I want to spend some time with you this year, and I want you to spend some time on you in investing in your own financial education. I'm not saying go spend thousands of dollars on new educational programs and processes at this time. At first, I want you to just get the lay of the land for your certain time in your life, for your risk tolerance, for the items you've stated, your 3 to 5 big rocks you want to try to actualize looking forward in your professional and personal lives. What is your risk tolerance? And then what are the investment vehicles that will allow you to get there? So oftentimes we only think of stocks and bonds, etc. But I want you to look at, and we're going to build this out over the course of the year, a diversified financial portfolio, insurance products, equities, bonds. There are many, real estate, commodities, metals, other types of investments that will enable you to achieve your main personal and professional goals that we've identified in our assessment in number 1. So we're going to build out a portfolio, and we're going to discuss the elements associated with each of those and where can you find information. So again, invest time in financial education so you can learn seminal concepts. In the next week, we're going to talk about just a few of these seminal concepts so that you, again, can use that as a springboard when you're planning your way forward. But the first building block or step is for you to understand your risk tolerance, what exists across that balanced financial portfolio, what you have awareness of and what you don't have awareness of, and how can that potentially be a springboard for you going forward. The next is, we want you to take what you learned in number 1 and number 2, and then we want you to go out 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 years, 20 years. It doesn't have to be at this deep level. What I'm trying to do is get you to understand that this is a short time horizon, a medium time horizon, and a long term horizon. And we need to, for that financial portfolio, understand which time horizon we're talking about and which asset classes align to each of those, short, medium, and long term. And so again, what's most important, if you're giving yourself a 20-year roadmap, 30-year roadmap, 40-year roadmap, that your big rocks, your 3 to 5 big rocks are aligned in there. Say in my 5-year, I've got big rock 1. In my second 10-year, I've got rocks 2 and 3. In my third or fourth, I've got rocks 4 and 5. And then we need to understand, again, on that balanced financial portfolio, what of our asset classes fall into each of those time horizons that will give us the greatest opportunity for success in that particular time horizon. Then we want to create an annual financial strategy and monthly budget, right? So the annual financial strategy is going to build on that roadmap, and we're going to pick 1 to 3 financial instruments. Either A, we already have them and they're already aligned. B, we're just learning about them and we're going to pilot something, or we're going to get more information on it. And or C, we're going to put it into action if we're ready to move forward with it, right? So our financial strategy is cyclical. It's going to be an annual process, if not more, that we go through given the financial education learnings and how fast we want to operationalize that learning. So again, it could go from 0 to 50, 70, 80, 100 years. You decide what your time horizon is, because I also want to draw attention to, it's not you only, right? Oftentimes what we're doing this for is to pass generational wealth. And in order to do that, our time horizon has to go past the point of our physical body no longer being present on this earthly plane to children, grandchildren, other parts of our family, again, charitable contributions, trust, etc. So there's a lot to this financial strategy, but we're just going to take it gold nugget by gold nugget by gold nugget. So we're going to start easy. Assess today, look out, near, mid, long, just put some, it could be 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year increments. Set clear financial goals, those big rocks, align them to near, mid, long term. And then we're going to see what financial strategies we're already using in the time horizon. So current state, we're going to take what we're already doing. Does what we're currently doing have a place going forward? And that, if so, that will be part of our financial strategy. If it's not working as well as we thought, given our assessment, then we may need to understand, do we need to pivot to a different financial instrument across that balanced portfolio, or do we just need to make adjustment? The asset class is correct. We just need to make some adjustments. So that's part of what we'll explore over the course of this year. And then a monthly budget. A monthly budget is your cash flows, your expenses, your investments, your saving, your pay down on debt, etc. Right? So we want to understand the entire scenario of your current financial space, so that we can understand if we're trying to drive you to more profitability. Are we trying to drive you to more savings? Are we trying to drive you to optimized investments? Are we trying to just build out that balanced portfolio so that you have more cash flows, you're reducing your debt, you're saving more, you're investing more, you're shielding assets from taxes, etc. Right? So that's part of the whole financial strategy. Then we want to really talk about, how do we grow your cash flows? And again, we're going to look at that balanced financial portfolios to see if you are covering down on all of the potential revenue streams, given your risk tolerance. Are you reducing your debt in one of the optimal ways you can do that? Are you investing wisely? Are you saving, etc.? And then we're going to talk about, what is the time increment to regularly review and adjust your approach? So again, we're kicking off 2025 strong because we want you to be successfully financially savvy. So because you have committed to taking control of your financial future today. So a reiteration of our steps: assess, gain access to more education in the financial area that's in alignment with your current state, your future state, and the areas that you have the highest interest in, given your time horizon. We want you to set clear financial goals for each of those time horizons, near, mid, long. And we want you to put in place a financial strategy, not only for your lifetime, but to enhance future generations' wealth And or if you are leaving it to charity, what can you do that's equal and optimized? Then we want you to get you to a point where you're monthly budgeting so that you can ensure that you're heading in the right direction towards realization of your financial growth goals. Then we want to be focused on growing cash flow, reducing debt, investing wisely, and saving. And then we want to put in place, again, a review cycle so that you can adjust your approach if necessary, if you're not hitting the goals, and or if you're learning, going back to number 2, if you're learning about new instruments to add to your balanced financial portfolio, that you can strategically insert those sooner versus later. Again, this is Dr. Rhonda Farrell talking and bringing to you 2025 successful financial literacy and management moving forward. So I want, again, asking you to commit to taking control of your financial future today. Join us again next week when we'll talk about some of the key core financial concepts so that you can assess your current financial situation with greater depth and granularity. And B, where are some of the seminal financial content and concepts that you can go to so you can get spun up to make 2025 fantastic for you and your family. Join us again next week.